Released in 1990 as the follow-up to the acclaimed Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden II The Dark Sword of Chaos takes everything that made the original a hit and pushes it to the next level. Developed by Tecmo for the NES, the sequel sharpens the gameplay, deepens the story and introduces new mechanics that raise the stakes in every way. With enhanced visuals, tighter controls and an expanded cinematic presentation, Ninja Gaiden 2 doesn't just continue the legacy, it pushes the NES hardware to its absolute limits and delivers one of the most intense and visually striking action games of its generation. The game picks up where the first Ninja Gaiden left off, with Ryu Hayabusa continuing his battle against the malevolent forces of evil. This time he encounters a new threat in the form of Ashtar, a dark lord who seeks to plunge the world into chaos using the power of the eponymous dark sword. Ashtar kidnaps Irene Liu, a CIA agent and Ryu's love interest. Aided by an army operative named Robert, Ryu battles legions of demonic forces to stop Ashtar's plans. Just when it seems over, a shocking twist reveals that Jakuyo, the villain from the first game, is still alive, setting the stage for an epic final confrontation. The story is told through dramatic cutscenes that were groundbreaking for their time. Tecmo doubles down on the cinematic storytelling from the first game with even more detailed visuals and narrative-driven sequences. For an NES title, the presentation is outstanding. Combined with a pulse-pounding soundtrack and atmospheric level design, it creates a compelling experience that goes beyond typical platformers of the era. Gameplay retains the fast-paced action and precise platforming the series is known for, but introduces several key upgrades. Ryu can now scale walls freely by pressing up or down, an improvement over the first game's more limited wall jumping mechanic. This makes navigating vertical levels feel more fluid and intuitive. The most notable new feature is the Phantom Clone ability. By collecting specific items, Ryu can summon up to 2 orange shadow clones that mimic his movements and attacks. These clones are invincible and can be positioned mid-air or behind objects, allowing for creative offensive strategies, especially during boss battles. This mechanic dramatically expands combat depth and can turn seemingly impossible fights into manageable challenges. Level design also sees a noticeable evolution. Stages are not only more visually diverse, but introduce environmental hazards that affect movement and combat. For instance, strong winds in one stage push Ryu backward or forward mid-jump, forcing players to time movements with precision. Another area features slippery ice surfaces, making it difficult to stop or change direction quickly. There are also levels with water currents that drag Ryu in different directions, creating intense platforming challenges. These hazards turn already difficult levels into true tests of patience and skill, rewarding mastery and memorization. The game also includes more generous power-ups, such as scrolls that increase your ninja power, helpful health drops, and powerful ninpo techniques like the Art of the Fire Wheel, capable of decimating bosses in seconds. That said, the difficulty remains high. Enemies, especially the aggressive eagles, are relentless and can knock Ryu into pits with a single hit. Boss fights, particularly the first 2 phases of the final battle, demand focus and fast reflexes. Fortunately, the clone mechanic and tighter controls make Ninja Gaiden 2 more forgiving than the original, though still challenging. Ninja Gaiden 2 The Dark Sword of Chaos is a refined, more playable and even more cinematic follow-up to an iconic action game. It offers meaningful improvements to gameplay, better stage variety and a deeper story, all without sacrificing the series' trademark difficulty. While it's still punishing, the new clone system makes battles more manageable and satisfying. Between the intense action, memorable music and sharp presentation, Ninja Gaiden 2 stands as one of the best titles on the NES. Personally, I prefer it over the first game, and while I may not revisit it anytime soon, the experience was absolutely worth it. For fans of the original or classic action platformers in general, this is a must play.